Hey, one of the coolest opportunities in midwinter, actually every time it's cold out, you can see it's probably 20 degrees right now, our outflows from power plants. These warm water discharges will concentrate fish. In a lot of situations, will actually provide open water that you can access. Now, this is the Mississippi River, just north of Minneapolis, very popular fishing spot, but there are warm water discharges virtually in every state that allows you to get out in midwinter, fish warm water fish. And I'm going to take you around today just to show you a few tricks to catch these fish. You think it's February, you think it's January, but actually these fish think it's probably late spring because the water's so warm. And you can get by with fishing baits like jerk baits and swim baits and tubes and all. And the good news is it's a multi-species fishery and there's some big fish as well. One of the challenges to figure out right away is what the mood of the fish is. Now, we've caught a couple fish. They've been casting straight upstream and bringing it back down. I just started casting a jerkbait, and a lot of times what I like to do is actually cast them and let them swing. And so you make a 3/4 cast upstream like this and let the current bring the bait down and just kind of work it like a regular jerkbait. So, some pauses between just to get that bait near the bottom. And I've actually had smallmouth take this bait head first in this type of temperature. And what's shocking is, just hit bottom. I've actually caught carp in the mouth doing this with jerk baits, walleyes, and everything else. But sometimes the bait is a little too active. And so a lot of times what you can do is cast downstream and just kind of you can see the bait working in the current and just bring little jerks like this. A lot of times when the big fish aren't on and the small fish are, if you're catching only small fish, you're fishing too fast for the big fish. And a lot of times you can go straight downstream. This is deep enough from a lot of situations when the water is this warm. And you just kind of bring it back on a steady, slow retrieve. Pretty decent fish. Woo! Loosen my drag a little bit, it's frozen up. Woo! This has got some shoulders. What is this? Woo! This might be a carp. Woo! Oh, it's a catfish. Nice channel cat. See, 6-7 pounds. Look at this. That's a face only the mama could love right there. Hey, the great thing about this fishery is it's a multi-species fishery. You're fishing relatively shallow water, maybe 2 to 5 feet, and you go out about as far as you can cast. So you don't need a big tackle box. And what I'd like to bring on this is really 3 lures. I'd like to bring a jerkbait, just a small shallow diving jerkbait. This is a Cutter 90. It's a Berkeley bait. Catches a lot of fish. I've caught everything from smallmouth and walleye and carp actually on it. One of my favorites is actually the 3.5 and 2.5 inch tubes, the power tubes. Green pumpkin's good. This red fleck is really good. Some of the blue can be really good. I like to actually set the hook inside I'll rig it with the lead head inside. And then the other bait that's really good at times, especially if the fish are active, is actually a swim bait. Just throw it on a small head, throw it out there and just bring it in on a steady retrieve. But you don't need to bring a lot of gear. I do like spinning gear in this in this situation because the guides are a little bit bigger. And if you get hooked up or they start icing up, basically just swish the rod tip in the water, and this 50-degree water will actually melt the ice and keep you going. So it's cold out. I mean, it's actually colder for me sitting here than it is to getting into the river. But I want you to notice one thing. If you look at where the outflow comes out, you can see where the warmer water is on this shore. The rest of the river is full of ice, which means that this warmer water is where all these fish are congregating, and that's why we're catching fish here. And that's one of the keys when fishing some of these warm water discharges is they may be in the warmest water, but not always. But in this situation, they are.